Hi, welcome back to ritzyventurez. This is the fourth episode of my Vietnam series. I am at My Khe Beach in Da Nang. Da Nang is a charming city in central Vietnam. I explored Da Nang from ancient town of Hoi An. The airport is located in Da Nang. So many prefer to stay in Da Nang for more reasons than one. It is a modern city with skyscrapers and luxurious stay option. But what makes it stand out is its 30-kilometer long coastline with pristine white sand beaches and calm waters. It has beautiful bridges like the Dragon Bridge over River Han and a rich religious legacy. You can also use Da Nang as a base to make day trips to multiple places. For instance, Hoi An, My Sun Sanctuary, Hoi Ancient Town, as well as Bana Hills, which is just 20 kilometers away. In this episode, I would cover my trip to the Marble Mountains, the Lady Buddha, Da Nang Museum of Charm Culture and the Dragon Bridge. But before I proceed further, kindly like and subscribe to the channel. It gives me great motivation to see your likes and comments. And do watch episode 1, 2 and 3 of my Vietnam series to find out how I went about exploring Bana Hills and Hoi An. Would leave the links in the description box. With that, let's start episode 4. I hired a full-day cab from Hoi An to explore Da Nang. Da Nang is around 28 kilometers away from Hoi An. First on my list was Marble Mountains. Marble Mountains is around 7 kilometers from downtown Da Nang. So how to reach Marble Mountains? You can take a bus, cab or a bike. You would notice various shops selling marble statues in that area. The entrance to Marble Mountains is 40,000 VND or rupees 132. To reach the summit, take the elevator or take the steps. It is a beautiful climb but can get slippery during the rains. The climb can be tiring as well. I took the elevator to save energy for the rest of the day. I suggest you take the elevator as well by paying 1500 VND or rupees 50. On alighting from the elevator, I was blown away by the view. That's the panoramic view of city of Da Nang. Marble Mountain is a cluster of marble and limestone hills or karsts. The 5 mountains are named after 5 elements. They are metal, water, wood, fire and earth. Tucson, where I am right now, is the only mountain of the 5 mountains that is open to travelers. As per legend, the mountains originated from a dragon laying an egg on Nunok Beach. Marble Mountains is a natural attraction with peaks, caves and temples. Marble Mountains has 6 large caves and several small ones. The caves are not only stunning, they have historical and cultural significance as well. I began my cave exploration by visiting Huan Quan Cave, the largest cave. It was used as a secret base and later as a field hospital for Vietnamese revolutionaries. One of the shrines of the cave is dedicated to god and goddess of matchmaking. Look at the open ceiling of the vast cave. It allows rays of light to pierce the dark cave, creating a spectacular view. This mammoth cave is so stunning and a must visit. Besides the majestic view of the largest cave, I was awed by the cave which is watched over by a 400-year-old statue of Lady Buddha. Please note, most of the caves have a narrow entry and some of them are a bit difficult to navigate. But the cooler atmosphere inside the caves give a respite from the scorching heat outside. Do remember to visit Marble Mountains in the morning to escape the afternoon heat. After a small break, my exploration of Marble Mountains continued. Next, I went to pray at Linghun Pagoda. There are 3 Linghun pagodas in Da Nang as I discussed in previous episode. One at Sontra Peninsula, second at Bana Hills and third at Marble Mountains. The Linghun pagoda at Marble Mountains has a detailed archway facing the Nong Nuak beach. This 10-meter tall Buddha statue at the pagoda looks so pious. That Zaloi Tower, which houses 200 statues of Buddha, Bodhisattva and Arhat. This 28-meter tall tower has exquisite architecture, and that's Thamthai Pagoda built in 17th century. In this 3-door gate, the middle one is for monks, the left for men and the right for women. After spending half a day at Marble Mountains, I headed to Mike Beach, which is around 10 kilometers long. The white sand, the azure blue sky and the warm waters make it a popular tourist hangout spot throughout the year. You can spend hours here looking at the gentle waves lashing against the shore or go for a swim or various other adventure activities. My next destination was Linghun Pagoda at Sontra Peninsula. Linghun Pagoda is also called Bai Bút Pagoda. Bai Bút in Vietnamese means the land of the Buddha. This Lady Buddha statue is the tallest in Vietnam with a height of 67 meters. Can you believe it? It is equivalent to that of a 30-floor building. The statue faces the peninsula overlooking the East Sea. There are 17 floors inside the statue and there are 21 Buddha statues housed on each floor. The pagoda highlights the emergence of Buddhism in Vietnam in the 21st century. Today, there are more than 70% Vietnamese who practice some form of Buddhism. This is Zaloi Tower near the Lady Buddha with 7 floors and 200 different Buddha, Arhat and Bodhisattva statues. Look at the architecture. It is so detailed. It is a blend of traditional Vietnamese with modern influence. Being a museum buff, how could I not include a museum in my itinerary? This is Da Nang Museum of Cham Culture. This is one of the first museums built in Vietnam by the French. I was amazed by the high number of sculptures of Hindu deities. The museum has more than 2,500 documents, pictures and artifacts on display. It was time to leave Da Nang and I crossed the iconic Dragon Bridge. It looks like an undulating golden dragon. This bridge crosses the Han River and provides the shortest road link from airport to other roads in Da Nang city. The dragon comes alive every weekend at 9 p.m., spewing bursts of fire and water in a show that you have never seen anywhere else. It is such a joyous sight, but be mindful that you could get drenched because of the water hurled at you. And if you happen to visit Da Nang on the weekend, don't miss this spectacular performance. That's the end of my 3-day trip to Hoi An and Da Nang. I took a Bamboo Airlines flight to Vietnam's capital city, Hanoi. Do watch the next episode of my Vietnam series to find out about my exploration of Hanoi and its surroundings. And do like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.